So, so what made you decide to go into education?
Oh my goodness. I like working with kids. I first went to school for business and computers. I worked in an office for a while and I did some training of adults for a while, like handling computer problems over the phone and showing them how to do things and stuff. And then I did like a teacher assistant in a grade school. And I just liked working with the kids. But at that time I was almost done with my bachelor's degree, so I was like, do I want to go to school more or not? So I decided just to do the business thing for a while. And then as I got a little older, I decided to go back into education. And at that time, you could get a master's in education, so that's what I did. And I started working here. I kind of just landed this job luckily. I actually worked in middle school for 2 years, and then I applied to Comstock Park. And I wanted to work in the middle school. And at that time, Mr. Prince was the principal. So he called me and was like, hey, we have a job at the high school. And I was always kind of afraid of high school.
How are you afraid of high school?
I don't know. I never subbed in high school. Like, I don't know, was a little bit more intimidated by high school kids, I guess.
They're more defiant.
Yeah, sometimes, but you know, it's just a different breed. And then, so I'm like, okay, so I wanted something different. And so I thought, okay, I'll try it. And yeah, when I got here, I was like, man, it's not that much different than middle school. Well, you know, a little bit, but I enjoy the personal aspect of high school. You know, with the kids and all the different events going on.
Yeah, there's a lot more interaction between the students and the
Definitely.
teachers
Yes.
than the middle school.
Yes, and you know, because I think you can relate to a lot of things going on in their life, or there's, you know, different things, like there's like different events in high school that come up, or sports, and you know, you can talk to them about other things that are important in their lives other than school.
Yeah.
So I kind of like to make that connection, and being that I had my own kids too that were kind of like teenagers, now they're out of high school, but so you could kind of relate to some of those things, like jobs or like frustrations with schools and
Yeah.
you know, things like that. So it could kind of, you know, kind of helped me a little bit, I think.
Mhm.
I enjoy it a lot. I mean, there's never a day that's the same, you know. And it's not boring because, as you know, there's always something different going on, you know, and kids, so kind of nice. So what are you thinking that you want to do when you get out of school?
I'm thinking probably chemical engineering, because I think that's the most, has a lot of different things I could go into with it. So if I
Okay.
don't like one kind of field I can do with chemical engineering, I can do something else. But I've always liked math and science. So I'm like, okay, I should go look at something that can get me the most amount of math and science and not be so limited. Like, I looked at other engineering things and like, maybe, but it didn't really catch my interest as much as chemical engineering did, because I could do energy, and that's what
Oh.
really catches my interest, is
Okay.
like different energy, how to be efficient with energy, green energy,
Right.
and all that, because I think that's where we should be looking towards for the future, and that should be a growing field soon enough.
Right, definitely. And you'd hear a lot about that with the green, everyone going green and things like that. So that is good. And definitely if science is a good thing, I was never really a strong science person. I mean, I took what I had to do and I did well in it, but it wasn't really something that was my interest.
Mhm.
So,
Must have at least done good in math since you were a business major.
yeah, I always liked math too. And I actually even thought of being a math teacher at one time when I was, I did my student teaching and I subbed for half a year at middle school. And I thought about doing that and saw the math teachers and stuff. But at the time it was like, okay, that would be another degree. I'd have to get more schooling and, you know, so I just kind of steered away from that. Now at times I see math teachers and I think, oh, you know, maybe I should have done that. But,
Make yourself comfortable.
you know, it's all relative, I guess. You know, and a lot of times I think in education right now, people, you know, you have to kind of go into what's in demand. I mean, I came in, you know, when I was lucky when I came in, you know, whereas now, I mean,
There's like next to no demand for teachers, and it's like, 'cause
Yeah.
everybody's just keeping their spot.
yeah, it's hard. It is, you know, even when I talk to kids now in some of my business classes, it's hard to be like, okay, what do you want to go to college for? I mean, it's really hard because, you know, college is so demanding, and you want kids to do what they want to do. Like, I mean, you have an idea what you are interested in, but college is so expensive, and then you're like, well, you want to at least be able, to get a job in
Yeah.
your field, because that you see time and time again where kids will go, and then they'll be, oh, I can't find a job, or they take these lower paying jobs because there's not something in their field. And it's kind of sad because kids will want to do the teaching, and you're kind of like, well, I don't know, it's going to be tough to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully there'll be a turnaround, because years ago it was that way. When I was in college, there was a big flood of teachers. It was hard to get jobs, and so hopefully there'll be a few years that'll turn again. We'll see.
Yeah,
Where you-
hopefully.
Where are you thinking of going to college?
I want to go to the University of Michigan
Okay.
because they offered me this Hale scholarship, which if I apply and get accepted, they pay full tuition for 4 years.
Oh, how awesome!
So I can basically go for free with all the other financial aid I'll get.
Oh, well, congratulations!
So I'll
That's
get my
awesome.
4-year degree, and that's all I really need in my field. It's
Okay.
like the majority of the people in chemical engineering just have a bachelor's degree.
Right.
So it's not as competitive as a market. That's part of the problem with some of the degrees you can get is that like you can make a lot of money, but you need like a master's degree or
Right.
some higher degree than bachelor's to actually get money back, and then
Right. Right.
a lot to invest.
Right. And I know you see that a lot more in careers where they're requiring the master's degree, where they, it used to be the bachelor's was good. You could get a good career out of that, but now so many of them want you to go back for a master's. Even in teaching, it's that way too. Where are some places that you're thinking of, like working? Do you have any idea? What kind of things would that entail?
I'm not even really sure where to work. I'm probably going to try and look for a government job because that has nice benefits usually. And you have
That's
the
true.
most amount of options with government
Yeah.
jobs.
Yeah, that's good. U of M, I would think, would have lots of good contacts for you too. So that would be a good shoe-in. That's awesome. Very good.
Oh, we
Are we done?